Right now, we're joined by Jordan Sekulow, the Executive Director of the American Center for Law and Justice. And Jordan, welcome to the show, sir. Thank you.
Thanks for having me, Steve.
My pleasure. Okay. We are now finding out that so much more than we knew last Friday, that this IRS abuse of conservative groups was not just conservative Tea Party patriot groups in the name. It extended to groups that opposed the government, groups that wanted to teach the Constitution, groups that were Jewish and supported Israel. And it started back in March of 2010, and more people knew about it than we were originally told. Is it conceivable to you that the president had no knowledge of this?
I just got information. A story just came out, literally, Steve, moments before we went on, that the White House counsel was informed that this was going on. So there is now a White House connection, and I think this will continue to unravel. I mean, the President of the United States, does he know that this is going on? For, the IRS agents, the chief counsel, not necessarily, but we now know White House officials did. And I think what's most troubling, we represent 27 of these organizations that got the questionnaires. We have the questionnaires. We posted them. The media's posted it. New York Times posted the questionnaires showing they came not just from Cincinnati, but California, the main IRS headquarters here, 18 different states affected by our 27 clients. And Steve, 10 of these clients, even, the apology happened Friday, 10 of these clients are still waiting on their IRS approval. So it's not as if this happened and the IRS handled it, and now they're just apologizing that it took so long. We still have active pending reviews going on of the people who got these questionnaires.
Tell me about the legal ramifications here. First of all, the people you represent. I know that a lot of groups that were involved, a lot of Tea Party groups, have talked about suing. What are the legal options for these groups that have been targeted or feel they have been targeted?
Sure. Well, I mean, the first options available to us, and I think that it's clear. So we've got to handle, Steve, the 10 clients we've got, and so we're gonna that we've still got pending. That's our first. But right now we're looking at both the Federal Tort Claims Act, which enables individuals to bring forward crimes that are committed, torts that are committed by the federal government, which has a lot of, I guess the best way to say is immunity from some kind of issues. And then there's also something the Supreme Court has allowed. Specifically targeted individuals, it's called a Bivens action, and it's when your constitutional rights have been violated and there's been some kind of federal crime against you by specific individuals. So whether it's the agents here, and we're looking at all these different angles, because not only do we have attorney's fees, we've got at least 2,000 hours logged in on our 27 clients that the IRS just apologized for, and they're still ongoing because we've got 10 still pending.
And Jordan, what about the legal ramifications for the IRS, or for anyone in the IRS who participated in this as a worker, or up the chain, who ordered this, condoned it, knew about it? What are the legal ramifications there?
Well, there's the side of plaintiffs, us bringing charges against someone, and then there's the government actually as part of their review process bringing charges. Not that it was just inappropriate and wrong, but that it was criminal, harassment, intimidation. This was used as part of the impeachment accounts against President Nixon. Article 2 of his impeachment was improper use of the IRS. So depending on how far up it goes, and this chief counsel that knew about it, and Lois Lerner, who then announced it Friday, but she knows about it, but doesn't change its application. These people, as President Obama said today, that they should be held accountable. Held accountable is more than probably just getting, losing your job, and we'll see if that happens. But it goes another step, which is possible criminal conduct, depending on who ordered it and why. And it confirms all of the suspicions people have about the IRS. These groups were shut out of the political process. You saw David Plouffe from President Obama's campaign manager.
Yeah, basically tweet out an excuse.
Yeah, and it's not true. Yes, there were other groups who already got status, but we have plenty who didn't get approved before the November elections, had to wait over a year and a half. We've got one client.
You've known this has been going on for quite some time, obviously.
We started working on it in 2012. We've met with the IRS here. We have informed them that we believe.
And what was their reaction to you before this became public? Denial?
It's interesting. When
We only got less than a minute, so tell me.
Yeah, Steve, 15 of our clients got approved. And they got approved, and we didn't write responses back to those questions for them. What we cited was constitutional provisions or case law from the Supreme Court. They said back in an NAACP case back in the 60s, you don't get to ask for donor information.
So your pressure led to their approval. And on the other cases, what did they tell you?
They're just waiting. You know, the IRS, and I think this is probably why. They waited, but they shut people out of the political process.
I got you. Hey, listen, Jordan, thank you so much, my friend. I hope you'll come back as this progresses.
Will do, Steve. Thank you.
Jordan Sekulow, ladies and gentlemen, Executive Director, American Center for Law and Justice.